We're up and running, and it's good to be on. And so right out of the chute, let's get to our special guest. Then we'll check in with Mike Stevens and Tina Gow as well. But we have on the phone here with us live, I believe from, where are you, in Boston or New Hampshire? Somewhere up in New England, right? It's Jim Kelley, founder of Fathers of the Brave. How are you this morning, Jim?
Good morning, Jerry. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Glad we got on in time to talk to you, if nothing else, here today. I'll tell you, I wish you could be with us here today. We're in the Patriots Outpost at the Travelers Championship, and they're saluting U.S. military members and their families again this year. What they're doing is offering free admission to those on active duty and discounts for veterans. And they have this thing set up where U.S. military family members can come in here. They get treated to lunch and dinner. They have bottled water and refreshments, and just something special for the U.S. military. And just, I never served, but as far as I'm concerned, as an American, we can't do enough for military members and their families. And I know you started this Fathers of the Brave organization, and tell our listeners when you started it and exactly what prompted you to do so.
Well, I started the organization in September 2010, which was the one-year anniversary of my own son being severely wounded in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. And it was a very, very disruptive experience for the entire family. And at the end of that experience, we realized that I can't be the only dad in the world who's just gone through this. So we decided to do something about it to give military fathers a little bit of mutual support and kind of build a community to help one another out.
Wow. So how difficult was it? It's one thing to support an organization like this. It's one thing to be actively involved in it, but to actually be the founder of it, to set it up, it must have been a kind of overwhelming, daunting task.
Well, we like to say that this war is currently being fought in real time. And what that means is military dads today are different from military dads going back through American history, where technology allows us to get information almost immediately as it occurs from the battlefield, right after combat in many cases, like things like email, Facebook, Skype, a cell phone, things like that. Dads in the past didn't have to deal with this kind of thing where there was an immediacy. And I began to look around for an organization to see if there was something out there for dads. Moms have had, of course, Blue Star Mothers, which is very famous, and it's been in place since 1917.
Yeah, long time, right?
It took dads another 90-odd years to catch on that maybe there was a need for a little mutual support here.
Now, Jim, why do you think that is? That guys aren't as we're not as forthcoming about sharing our emotions about things like this.
I think dads are still dads, and I think we want to be the ones who support our families in times of distress. And when something bad happens, we try to be the rock. We try to be the person that helps everyone else out in the family and keeps things running and keeps things going and tries to maintain a sense of what is normal in a military family. And it got to the point where somebody has to be able to say to another dad, hey, I know what you're going through. I know what it's like to have a son or a daughter who's in harm's way. And, maybe we can talk to each other and mutually support each other and help one another out during the tough times.
So now, in starting this, and you started it, correct me, are you in New Hampshire, Boston, or where? Where are you?
I'm in Cape Cod, Massachusetts right now.
Well, excuse me, you're enjoying yourself. But
it's
now,
pretty gray and gloomy here, too.
Yeah, well, but where exactly is Fathers of the Brave? Where are you based?
We are based in Massachusetts and Connecticut.
Okay, all right, okay. Can I would like at least once here on my show to talk to a Yankee fan and not Red Sox fans all the time.
Not this guy.
No, I can tell that by your accent, Jim. Now, what can our listeners do to get more actively involved? And I'm sure that, as you well know, Jim, there are probably guys listening right now coming down to the TPC for the Travelers Championship whose sons or daughters are either overseas or on active duty or have served. What can they do and how can they do it?
Well, Fathers of the Brave is open to any military dad in any capacity, whether you're an active duty, reserve, veteran, currently serving, even dads of young people who want to serve are welcome to become part of Fathers of the Brave. And our website is www.fathersofthebrave.org. And we have some online information there. We have a monthly newsletter, and we have an online Facebook community that is growing. And right now, any military dad is welcome to come and be part of the dialogue and be part of our community so we can build an organization of mutual support. And we will have a charitable foundation starting in the very near future. And we are hoping to be able to make some monetary donations to deserving military dads whose families have been hard hit by the costs associated with having a son or daughter injured in combat.
Yeah. Jim, this is great. Anything that we can do, we've been very supportive of the veterans and the military here in Connecticut, and anything that we can do, and that you have a branch here in Connecticut and are throughout New England, anything that we can do at any time, you have our number. Please do not hesitate to call.
Jerry, thank you very, very much for having me on. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to tell your listeners about Fathers of the Brave. And as I said, any military dad is welcome to become part of our organization. There are no dues, and we welcome anyone regardless of race, creed, marital status, or anything. As long as you have a child who is serving or has served our country or wants to serve our country, you're welcome to become part of our community.
All right. Jim Kelley, founder of Fathers of the Brave, thank you for your time. Thanks for calling in this morning, and God bless.
Jerry, thank you very, very much. Good night.
Okay. Take care. Jim Kelley. And again, that's fathersofthebrave.org.